See? Rotate, drop, loop. The rhythm is much better. Today, let's talk about the forehand loop against backspin. Everyone wants a powerful topspin loop, right? If you want that power loop, you need to listen closely. If you don't, you'll struggle with injuries like tennis elbow, shoulder pain, and tendinitis. And even then, you still won't be able to generate real power. So today, let's break down why your loops are hitting the net and you can't transfer power effectively. First, your racket angle at the point of contact must be set and fixed during your backswing. Only by holding this fixed angle can you properly execute the leg drive, body rotation, and follow through. Many players initiate their stroke too early, either by opening their body or lifting their shoulder prematurely. The third mistake is using your wrist too early. You should contact the ball with your wrist dropped, not flicking it up beforehand. So, think of it this way, your racket position should not change from your backswing to the moment of contact. I simply take my backswing to find the ball, and only after contact do I complete the leg drive, hip rotation, and follow through. Set your racket position, contact the ball, and then finish the stroke. Your results will be much better. Second point, you've probably seen incorrect movements like these. The key element that affects your power and consistency is the elbow. Where should the elbow be? During your backswing, it must stay close to your body. Keeping your elbow far from your body is incorrect. Keep your elbow close to your hip. This technical principle is excellent. Master it and you'll be incredibly consistent in matches. Keep the elbow near your hip on the backswing. And as your body starts the stroke, let the elbow move out in an arc. During this arc, the elbow shouldn't flare out. It must follow the body's rotation. Then, stabilize your elbow. Drive it forward to meet the ball. And finish the stroke with your forearm. Let's review, elbow close to the hip on the backswing. As you engage your hips and core, the elbow begins its outward arc. At this point, your elbow shouldn't move up, down, or forward. But your forearm must remain pointing diagonally downwards. Your forearm should not point forward or upward, it should point forward and down. After the backswing, find the ball. As your elbow drives to your front right, your arm forms a stable angle to strike the ball. Don't fully extend it, keep a slight bend and then execute a firm follow through. Let me show you in slow motion. First, we start with the elbow close to the hip, then drive it forward to generate power. Let's talk about a few common elbow mistakes here. First is pulling the elbow too far back, away from the body. You might make the shot when you're in perfect position, but you'll have problems when moving or against a quality shot. Second, when moving forward, don't just push with the tip of your elbow. Also, don't let your elbow flare up. The correct elbow path is moving from back to front. It should not continue moving up or to the left. From there, your forearm completes the follow-through naturally. Don't over-rotate. To summarize, on the backswing, don't pull or drift the elbow. On contact, don't push or flare the elbow. The elbow itself is stable, it moves with the body to meet the ball, and then you finish with your forearm. This is for looping backspin. Against topspin, the elbow mechanics will require a more downward, compact motion. If you get the elbow right, your stroke path will be correct. The first rule is, elbow close to the hip. The second rule is, the elbow must travel in an arc and drive forward. The third rule, finish the stroke with a stable arm, almost like a salute, no extra movement. So, watch this slow motion demonstration again. Here's why many players hit their forehand loops into the net. During your loop, your elbow gets to this point and immediately pulls left instead of finishing forward and up. So, once your elbow is braced, finish the stroke like a salute. This will make your loop incredibly stable. Stay close to the hip, drive forward, and brace. If you miss any of these steps, it won't work. If you're not close to the hip, you'll lose your contact point when you move. If you don't drive forward, you'll have no power and just swing wildly. If you don't brace, your shot's trajectory won't be stable or powerful. If the elbow is correct, your forearm and upper arm mechanics will be correct. The third key point, let's talk about why your timing is always off. Most players in matches either rush the shot or get jammed by the ball. The issue isn't your stroke mechanics, you loop fine on a fed ball. The problem is you lose quality and make errors when you have to move, because your backswing timing is wrong. After your serve, recover to the ready position instantly. Your recovery should be complete before your opponent even starts their shot. As soon as they finish their stroke, your feet should be moving. As the ball crosses the net, you should start your backswing. If you want to take the ball at the top of the bounce, you must start your forward swing the instant the ball hits the table. To hit it on the drop, watch the ball bounce, and as it begins to fall, start your forward swing. Okay, let's demonstrate this. I'll go slow so you can see clearly. First, the high point. After I serve, I recover. See? She hasn't even pushed yet, but I'm already in position. The moment she finishes her push, my feet start moving. Once the ball crosses the net, you begin your backswing. Okay, let's look at the high point again. Serve, recover, and as the ball bounces, I meet it. Now, what does the descending point look like? Serve, recover, let the ball drop, then meet it. That's taking the ball on the drop. You have to develop this sensitivity. Your mistake is that you only start your backswing after the ball has already bounced. With correct timing, I should already be swinging forward as the ball is bouncing. Most of you are frozen, waiting for the bounce to start your backswing. You're all stuck in that phase. If you want an explosive loop, you must already be in your power-generating motion as the ball lands on the table. Watch closely again, at the high point, swing. Now, let's talk about a fixed-point ball. Say to your backhand side. What should you do? For a ball where you don't need to move your feet, after you serve, keep your racket hand over the table. Don't drop it. Let me imitate your common mistake. For a fixed-point ball, you need to place your hand back over the table after the serve. Wait until you see the ball cross the net, and only then begin your backswing. After you've completed your backswing, the timing is the same. The moment the ball bounces, you execute your shot. As long as you start your backswing after the ball crosses the net, you'll have enough time. If you start your backswing before it crosses the net, you'll rush the point. Identify your weak link and work on it. For example, after serving, I must recover to face the table, accelerating my recovery before my opponent even hits the ball. If you find yourself starting your backswing when the ball is already on top of you, what do you need to do? Accelerate your backswing. If you realize you haven't started your swing when the ball bounces, you need to accelerate your forward swing. You must lock in this rhythm. Let me talk about the relationship between your hand and your body. On the backhand side, you must let the ball come into your body to generate power. Let me demonstrate. When you want power, take a full backswing. When you don't, just use a short motion in front to lift the ball. Don't bend over with your arm far from your body to generate force, your consistency will be very low. For the forehand, you must also rotate your body so that your chest is facing where the umpire would be. It's push, push, rotate and meet the ball. It's not push, push, loop. During the backswing, your body faces the umpire. Then, at contact, you rotate back to face your opponent. Players with weak forehands just stand and swing their arm up, they have no body rotation. So from now on, force yourself on the forehand side to rotate your body until your chest faces the side. When the ball comes, always watch it with your head turned, not from the corner of your eye. You'll feel rushed at first, but you must practice this way. Otherwise, how can you ever develop an explosive forehand? The fourth key point. For players who have decent hand skills but poor footwork, I have another rule for you. Use your body to lead your arm. I'll give you a method to achieve this. First, you must do full table forehand only drills. It's too hard to learn this if you're switching between forehand and backhand. Let me simulate it for you. Cover the full table. Listen to me, don't use your arm first. If you start with your arm, I guarantee you won't use your feet. Follow my advice and do this specific drill. When the opponent pushes, don't initiate with your arm. Use your feet to adjust and get to the ball. Let your feet find the position first. Only after that should we worry about the arm. So, what is the relationship with the arm? For a forehand, for example, after the serve, recover, and as you move your feet, do not drop your arm first. What should the sequence be? As you take your lunge step, wait until your body is halfway through its rotation before dropping your arm for the backswing. This will fix your habit of rushing the shot. The reason so many of you can't loop well is because you rush by starting your backswing first. If your arm is already back, how can you possibly wait for the ball? By delaying your backswing until the end of your movement, you give yourself no opportunity to rush. After the serve, complete half of your body rotation first, then finally, drop your hand for the backswing. This applies to the backhand side as well. Keep your hand up. As your body lowers and gets into position, then, at the last moment, take your backswing and hit. See? Rotate, drop, loop. The rhythm is much better. As your body moves sideways, your hand should move with it horizontally. After you've moved, as your body begins to drop into position, then your arm drops with it. It's the same for the backhand. As the body lowers, it brings the arm down, and then I loop. Your arm will always be faster than your feet. We must actively train the body to lead so we can fix this problem.